asking the question on everyone's mind these days, what do you think about the Batman?
Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our channel, Paws On Animation, and talking about some Paws on Prime.
Yes, now this one is actually for an upcoming series on Prime Video titled Batman Crusader, which released on August 1st.
And on the 25th, a new poster as well as a trailer for Batman Crusader were released, featuring the Dark Knight keeping watch over 1940s Gotham City with a noir take, and we get to see a closer look at the atmosphere of this Batman series.
Right.
But
before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, notifications for future podcasts and multi-pause videos.
yes, thank you so much for joining, subscribing, and sharing our videos. We really appreciate you a lot.
Now this one was one of the two series that Warner Brothers ended up having as a tax write-off thanks to the ever so brilliant David Zaslav. It was this series and My Adventures with Superman.
And Merry Little Batman.
Right. So, as you can tell, Superman was taken up by Adult Swim / Cartoon Network with great success. Merry Little Batman went to Prime as well as a holiday movie special last year, which was well loved as well. And then Batman Crusader comes out on Prime again on August 1st, which already is having praise for the style, atmosphere, voice acting, everything right before even the show comes out. So it looks like they lost 3 hits already.
Strike, they're out. So this is something that us Batman fans really needed. And this series will see Bruce Timm and James Tucker collaborate. So it's pretty good, you know. Bruce Timm from Batman the Animated Series and James Tucker from The Brave and the Bold, which we still have yet to watch.
Yes. And a lot of people have been looking forward to this ever since the announcement, and it was almost like having another Barbie Hammer in a way of having 2 different ends of the spectrum. You had a really lighthearted anime-esque Superman series, and then you're going to get a noir, darker tone Batman series on the other end, which is absolutely hilarious.
Now, Bruce Timm can be quoted as saying about this series, there were certain things that I had in my mind back in the early 90s for the original Batman, the animated series, that I didn't get to do. He explained that he wanted to do this emotionally messed up version of Batman.
Oh.
He was extremely aloof and almost inhuman. So, this will not be lighthearted in any shape or form, and their target audience is actually people who are in the same age group that watch Harry Potter movies or Marvel movies.
Okay, so at least they're being more upfront of telling you this is the direction they're going.
It's like
and
the
this
Avatar
is the idea.
Netflix
Yeah.
series wanting the Game of Thrones audience.
So are you telling me you thought the Batman anime series you made that's been ingrained in a pop culture and animation history was not dark enough?
Clearly not for Bruce Timm.
Oh man, like what do you want? Okay.
So this is not going to be like Batman the Animated Series. He's going to cross that line. So we get to
now
see
it's on Prime, they can.
how well do they do it. Will it still be interesting? Will it still have the storytelling that keeps you enthralled? Will it have great music? Will it stay true to the time period and to the comics that you told me is based on?
Right. It's based off the Golden Age era of Batman, which means it's actually some of the very first comics that Batman appeared in, just like we have Golden Era Superman being based off the first ever Detective Comics run. This will be based off the time period that the first ever Batman comics were set in, which is the 1940s. And yes, they were kind of serious, but they still had enough things that were still at the time where they want you to still enjoy what you read, not just be so like you're watching Watchmen.
Now, 2 things. One, we had the original 40s series Batman, which we got at half-price books for $3. And stupidly, don't at us, we sold it.
Yeah,
but this was
knowing.
at least 6 years ago, not knowing this was going to happen. And yes, it was a live-action series, and we should have kept it. We would have known more.
Right.
And number 2, the animation looks great so far from what we see in the trailer. You pointed out to me that the comics were more grainy, but it looks like they took care of that in the animated style.
Yeah,
that they're using.
it's cleaned up. It looks updated, but everything is stylized like the comics in terms of their designs and things. So this is why a lot of the characters look really different. They're styled after their very first incarnation,
including Alfred as well as Batman's costume.
Yes.
Well, not costume, his superhero costume.
Yes.
So, we have a list of the cast members. Some are old favorites and some are people we don't know. And some that don't have any experience in voicing animation, including Hamish Linklater as Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Who people are already getting attached to, saying he's a great fit for this version already, which is jumping a bit because you're only hearing a few lines from the trailer. I didn't think it was that captivating in the beginning, but it could just be me.
You have Jamie Chung as Harley Quinn.
Yes, Harley Quinn's
Christina
thrown in
Ricci
here.
as Catwoman. Dietrich Bader as Harvey Dent, who's also voiced Batman in the past.
Yeah, go figure.
And other actors that are lending their voices, but we currently don't have the roles to, include Minnie Driver, Eric Morgan Stewart, Crystal Joy Brown, John DiMaggio, McKenna Grace, Paul Scheer, Dan Donahue, Gary Anthony Williams, Haley Joel Osment, and Toby Stevens.
So
In
star-studded.
case you didn't know, Minnie Driver is the mom of Kylo Ren,
Yes.
actor.
Go figure.
So I'm excited to see if this is going to turn out to be interesting, if it's going to be good. And again, even though it crosses the line, is it going to keep it where it's in an entertaining
Right.
format, or will it end up like The Boys?
Where it's just violence, crime all throughout, and just the struggle. Because it's like, we get, yes, Batman is dark. Many versions of him are dark. Some are lighthearted. He's been through every single version. But there are just some days you don't want to see just immorals just all across the screen. You kind of want at least good to win
Right.
sometimes.
As they said, inhuman. But we'll find out. If you've read the 1940s Batman comics, let us know in the comments. And what do you think of the trailer that you saw? Is it promising? Tell us what you think. And tune in August 1st to see the first episode. Come back and get our thoughts on that episode. And comment as well. We look forward to seeing you.
Yes, and if you don't know, subscribe for updates and reviews for your anime series, anime shows, and all things animation.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing our videos and subscribing. We look forward to seeing you always. And remember,
You are special. Thank you so much for watching Mask Entertainment.
and Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.